And greetings everyone, welcome back. We're back in the main square again. And well, we had some unfinished business here. We have still the those shadows hanging around, which were somewhere around here. I think hereabouts. But we need to go here actually. That's the church, right? No? Well, this one. Yep, the Temple of Desna, that's where we need to go. Let's head there. I think there still was a building we hadn't gone into.
I'm gone.
Sure. Nope. Looks like the lighting changed a bit. Whoa! Crap!
Waver.
Swarm. Yeah, I also noticed we have some fatigued people. That's a shame. Let's do burning hands on them. Oh, 2 of them. Crap. Alright, good hit. Wait, are there 3 now? Okay, what do we have? We still have some stuff we can throw. Only 1, really. So I do have a magical weapon. Well, yeah. I don't know, just stand there. Oh, the swarm actually gets less and less. Can you do... No, not really. Okay. You know what? I don't care. Oh, crap. Why did you... Did you walk over? No. Oh, you're not allowed to, because it's not... Why can you not do that? Did I move too far? I think I did.
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
Good job. Ooh, nice work, Len. Yeah. Oh, Wiljiff is in a bad state. What's your problem? Nauseated. 1 second. Filth, fever, permanent.
Attack.
Alright.
Into the fray. I'll cut you wide open.
Okay, nausea's gone. On set. So I take it that means this lasts at the most 3 days. -2, -2. We'll keep it. Nope. What's this? Plagued horse. You go.
A goat, a lizard, and a human enter a tavern. What'll it be, Lamb? The
They
bartender
are the
asks.
darkness.
Should have moved it a bit. Just hit it with this.
Cover me, all right?
There's another one.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Okay, that works.
Aim carefully. Follow my steps.
Which way are we going? Not that way. Oh, we can move the camera around while we're in the map. What? This way we can cross.
Let's head out.
Crusader. Oh,
Thanks,
Can we
Lamb.
retreat already?
You're so awesome, Lamb.
nice. More swarms.
The spirits demand your blood. No glory without risk.
You won't survive me.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Okay,
Forwards.
nice.
Surrender or else. You are today's sacrifice.
Yeah.
The light take you.
Endure this.
Distract them from me.
A solid plan.
Too late for apologies. Go for their hearts.
Nope.
Into the
Nope.
fray.
Make every strike
Nice,
count.
nice.
I'm tired.
I know you are.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Corrosive touch. This is where we found the
Let us be careful.
the Actors Guild. Alright, so this way are those shades, lesser shadows. I guess the thing they hit is touch AC. Touch attacks, example with the spell. So yeah, they have a pretty easy time hitting our tanks. They would have a harder time getting Lan. Huh, Lan has the best touch AC. Yeah, we're still Lawful Good. It would have been interesting to have started a completely neutral character, just to see where you end up, knowing I could guess I would probably end up neutral good, lawful good anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but
You can handle them, right?
I'll cut you wide open.
ghouls.
Time to share your treasures!
Can you switch your weapon? There you go.
No glory without risk.
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
Good job, man.
Attack.
Let's see. Can you do cannot. Why not? Again, I can't. Looks like I moved too far. It's a shame. Well, she's also fatigued actually. Do one of these.
Cover me, all right?
The inheritor.
Good job.
My blade.
You won't survive me.
Nice.
Aim carefully.
Yeah.
I'll hit you. The spirits demand your blood.
Stab you or zap you. Why not
I'd
both?
like some time to collect myself.
Yeah. I guess we should rest a bit. Did I go the wrong way to get to the church? Or
Tread lightly.
no, I guess I can go around.
I'm gone.
We haven't been in here. Trying to remember.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel better.
Let's see.
Well, they will not expect my strike. I hope you appreciate this.
I'm all ears.
A journal about an experiment. Is this the... I think this is the experiment where he tried to befriend a demon or some, or a, let's see. Today I was able to catch a quasit. Aurori being my witness. Aurori. It wasn't easy considering my humble physical condition. Luckily it was a scrawny specimen, about 7 pounds with a wingspan of about 2 1/3 feet. When it awoke, the squasit first tried to attack me and then ruined my clothing with its caustic saliva. I've begun my linguistic research. My goal is to study the language of the quasits. I'm quite convinced they have their own dialect, though understanding their speech I will be able to understand their way of thinking. And convince them to rebel against their lord's tyranny. A revolution will roll through the abyss and the powerless will rebel against their oppressors. I'm sure that Everblue Milani will not refuse her patronage even to such creatures as these if they would break their chains of slavery. It's been 3 days since Specimen switched to a vegetarian diet. At first the quasit refused to eat plant-based food, but then ate some cabbage soup and poked at the porridge with its claw. His face looked so tragic. Specimen has lost signs of aggression. A donor was awakened by its moaning. The quasit was rolled up in a ball in the corner, whimpering. Despite its dangerous appearance, it's quite impossible not to feel compassion towards the poor creature. I had to take prompt measures and give the specimen a laxative potion. The quasit now reacts to me with confusion and fear, but at least it's not suffering anymore. His gastrointestinal tract must have reacted unhappily with the unfamiliar diet. What a great day. The switch to a completely plant-based diet is complete. The theory the quasit can only eat meat and carrion has been disproven. My eternal opponent, Sir Jubilost, I think that was a companion in Kingmaker, will just have to go drown himself in a river. Became peaceful and easygoing. He no longer tries to eat my boots. Today he initiated communication and attempted to explain a new word to me. By all evidence, He was making up the word during the communication process, but there has never been much a word in the Quasit language. It's been such a word. The meaning, as I understand it, is safety, confident, calm. I have no further need to keep Packer on his chain. Packer likes me too. He's gotten used to napping on my knee. Maybe the conversation is complete. Packer and I are soon off to Absalom to present our findings before the professor at Foray Logos and become a scientific sensation. On our way, we make a small detour to Avistan so that Packer will have a chance to adapt to civilization. I hope the little trickster enjoys the journey.
You can trust me.
Doesn't look like there's a corpse around. Okay.
Are we in trouble yet?
The Knights with Harrowed Hands, Canabras Medium Alliance Publishing. I think I remember the basement. I think there were it might have been where there were invisible
Open your heart
creatures.
to me.
You hold the lock and I hold the key. These fighters must have been caught off guard. They died before they could even draw their weapons. Their bodies are covered in a thin layer of ice that is slowly melting. Hang on.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Clear the blockage.
I'll cheer you on from over there.
Dredge. Can't get close enough. Stand over there.
Endure this!
Can you?
You
Nice.
are today's sacrifice! You won't stop us.
Forwards.
Distract them for me.
We seem to be okay.
Be careful, everyone.
Okay. More.
Time to share your treasures.
Go for their hearts!
The light, take you!
Make every strike count.
A solid plan. Follow my steps.
Hmm. Three.
Retreat already?
Just the one. Let it come to us.
Attack!
I'll cut you wide open! Surrender, or else!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Scrolls. Yeah. Mortals are so funny.
I feel faint.
Yeah, I think we need to... So I'm pretty sure it's some point... well, if we rest... Wolchif has the ability to see invisible. I think that might help us out here. We do kind of need to rest.
I'm gone.
Let's visit the temple first. Right here.
Follow my steps.
We may have missed him.
Let's head out.
Now that I think about it.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
That's not good.
Surrender or else.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Into the fray.
Attack!
Cover me, all right?
I'll cut you wide open. Too late for apologies.
You won't survive me.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Good.
Aim carefully.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Yeah. Would be nice if you could use it. Guess you can't. Oh, there you go.
I'll hit you.
Endure this.
Let us be careful.
Save the last one for me.
I feel faint.
What?
The light, take you.
Forwards!
Distract them for me.
The spirits demand your blood.
Make every strike count.
You won't stop us.
Into the fray.
A solid plan.
Time to share your treasures.
Oof, lucky.
You are today's sacrifice.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Surrender or else.
No glory
Marched me
without
to the
risk.
bones today.
Yeah. Not even a masterwork. Short spear, unidentified. Cold iron short spear.
You can trust me.
I'm here. Where else
Trust
would I
in
be?
yourself.
Yes.
Am I doing it wrong?
She already got hexed today.
Yes. Yes.
I
Don't mind
hear the
me.
voice of the spirits.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
All right. Let's have a rest. Um. All right. This is your current level of corruption. Corruption grows with each day of rest. It has 3 levels of strength. You could try to avoid reaching corruption level 3. Corruption can grow at different rates depending on the location. Rest in a safe location to remove all corruption. Alright.
Did you break another one of the straps on your armor? Here, let me show you another knot. It's just as good, but it won't fray so quickly.
Whoa, thanks. Show me that again.
Let's see. Impact of corruption weakened. Chance of attack on camp lowered. We ate a hearty meal. Guess we're doing pretty okay. Oh. Sometimes a long-awaited rest does not bring the desired relief. What comes is a heavy, clinging sleep on the edge of wakefulness, where consciousness seems poised between reality and oblivion. The possible reasons for such disturbed slumber are myriad? Strained nerves, perhaps, or a lingering reaction to trauma. Aladine emerges from the oblivion of her leaden sleep, like a drowned woman dragging herself up from the depths of the swamp. The wound on her chest is burning, like someone pressed an invisible brand to it. The wound has closed again, but the blood stain on her shirt betrays its presence beneath. There is no time to investigate the cause behind the malice. A trying day lies ahead, but how will Aladine be up to the challenge if her thoughts are so muddled and her entire body aches like after a day's toil? Let's see. Nonsense, I'll douse myself in some cold water and I'll be as good as new. I can't ignore my health. Better take care now rather than later, when it could already be too late. I think we're more the number 1 person. Nonsense. Let's just keep going. As if a veteran adventurer could be frightened by a bad dream, a splash of cold water enlives her senses and the weariness abates, retreating to the depths of her subconscious, but leaving the path open to return the next time Aladine seeks refuge in sleep. Aladine recalls that she slept peacefully in the defender's heart. Perhaps a priest can explain what has happened. Day of Strive. Reaction, everything, but still. Nightmares and corruption prevent you from resting well. Luckily, we're not fatigued. Corruption increases during rest at different rates in different areas. When your corruption reaches 1st, 2nd, and 3rd level, various negative effects are applied. There are 3 corruption levels in total. The higher the level, the more difficult it becomes to fight your battles. The character who is assigned to the protective ritual role performs these rituals before the party goes to sleep, which reduces the corruption gain. You can fully remove corruption in safe places. You will discover these areas of respite as you progress through the game. In some locations you may come across various holy artifacts. Cleansing them or interacting with them will allow you to partially remove your corruption level. Yeah. I've mentioned it before, if you like systems on top of systems, this game has systems in systems. On top of systems. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Yeah. Prelate Holron will not rest until Ramian is dead, and knowing the Prelate, it is unlikely he will be satisfied even after that. I'm pretty sure we met him around here last time I played, but we went there straight after our
I'm gone.
the confrontation between Holron and Ramian. And
Might be trap, might be treasure.
this time we didn't. We did other stuff in between, so he might have left. So I guess we might as well just leave. Oh, he still has Phil fever? Oh, right, no. Yeah, he does. Crap. Well,
Ask nicely.
let's actually go back. I guess we only slept one day, and that this could last
Oh,
longer
me?
than that. But he doesn't seem to have a negative on something. Dexterity damage and constitution damage, right? It's not the actual, right. Let's go here and try to look around with See Invisible, see if we can spot anything. Into the basement.
Follow
So
my steps.
let's
Our duty calls.
give
What's on your mind?
Aladdin
I
a
wonder.
light.
We should prepare.
Rely on me.
Don't know where I should stand.
Lead on.
My tail is restless.
Let's see. See if anything happens. There we go.
Quickens.
Incorporeal enemy. You have encountered the enemy Shadow Demon. This enemy is incorporeal. It receives no damage from non-magical weapons. Use this? Yeah. Are you... how high level are you? 7. Okay, not terrible.
It should work. Is it flawed?
You could hit him. But not right now. You don't have a magical weapon. I think you do, but you stand there for a bit.
You won't survive me.
That's bad. Maybe if we use this.
Go for their heart.
That works somewhat.
Cover me, all right?
No. Could use this, maybe. Takes a fall.
The light. Take you.
That weapon does fire damage, shouldn't it? I think it should. Yeah, this is not gonna do.
Endure this.
Continue fighting, everyone.
That's bad.
I'll cut you wide open.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Attack!
Into the fray.
Make every strike count.
The spirits demand your blood.
Nope.
Aim carefully.
Nope.
glory without risk.
Yep. Let's hold off on that. We know it works. But we're gonna need some better weaponry. Or could also throw some holy water at it, but nah, we have more stuff to do. Short bow, dagger, short sword, dueling light mace, dagger, journal about an experiment. Yeah, I'll take it along, but destroy everything else. All right. Where should we go? Go down? Should we go up? This famous library holds one of the biggest collections of books in the field of demonology. Scholars and monster hunters from all across Mendev and even other countries came here both to study the creatures of the abyss and to figure out how to deal with them. Visit the Blackwing Library. We need to look for the storyteller. I guess we could go there. What do we need to do there? Day of Strife. Oh, that's the thing we just got. Kind of our restless sleep situation. What's this? Oh, I see. Oh, all right. 2 hours. Yeah, okay. We'll go there first and then we'll go down afterwards. Oh. That's why it stopped. You failed to sneak past the enemy. Prepare to fight. Prepare to fight.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Okay. Get that
Cover
one.
me, all right?
Thanks. That's great. Well, he killed his friend.
I'll cut you wide open.
Attack!
Ah.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Surrender or else.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
The spirits demand your blood.
Aim carefully.
Well, kind of sucked.
A bright future
You
awaits
do
us.
one of those.
This
Good.
war must end.
Do one of these. Would have liked a bigger roll.
Axel, yes.
It's okay. Lots of work. Scroll of Bane. Yep, take that, take that. Destroy. Well, it doesn't matter, I think it's destroyed anyway. This location disappears. Lost bag. Let's get the bag. See, I kind of get why they got that system where you don't really where you can't just rest indefinitely, because then you could just fight and then use all your big spells and then just rest and then fight, rest, fight, rest. I think a lot of people kind of exploited. I think kind of Baldur's Gate. I think a lot of people played Baldur's Gate like that. Just rest a whole lot, get your spells back.
Now what is that?
Okay, that's the storyteller. Let's have a word. Caleb. A stocky knight with a head of messy black hair stands before you. His armor is splattered with blood. He greets you with a deep, booming voice. The hefty crusader smiles merrily, paying no heed to the blood-curdling shrieks coming from the pyre and the acrid smell of burning flesh. The pyre? While you were wandering around besieged Canabras, the demons managed to take the initiative and inflict serious damage to the city's defenders. They burn well, don't they? Cursed traitors, Arelu's minions. These vermin infiltrated the Crusaders' forces and aided the demons from inside the city. But I caught them. I am Captain Caleb Sazamal, and these men are my subordinates. A strange feeling rises up within you. It is pure instinct. You don't know what you are about to do, but you are certain that it is right. What happened to the library? Who are you punishing? Perception? Lore? Examine the Crusaders' armors and symbol on it. We are pretty good at religion. Let's see. Aha! You notice that the emblems on the armor of the two silent Crusaders belong to the Order of the Flaming Lance. But Caleb's armor bears the sigil of the Order of the Sunrise Sword. Strange, then, that he introduces himself as their captain. Something's not right here. Yeah. Something's not right. Could say that again. Chaotic. Tricks the mythic path. Give in to the strange instinct. In the name of Baphomet? Lawful? I don't believe you. You are a traitor. I'm not interested in your games with fire. Perception? Caleb is talking too loudly, all while casting sidelong looks at you. You may have seen similar behavior in quirks before, in liars. This is even... Should we even talk to them? Should we just... Since it is the lawful thing to do, let's just... Yeah, clearly. We already know he's lying. Yep, we're gonna attack. I don't believe you. You are the traitor. Caleb looks at you in grim annoyance and spits on the floor. I thought I pulled one over you there. Too bad it didn't work out. For you. You'll meet your death in the flames with the rest of this scum. My new masters, the demons, will be pleased that I wiped out another couple of Crusaders. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
I will fight.
Alright, you get that one. You, could you hit them? Yeah, you could. But then it's his turn right after, so don't do that. Could you hit that one? Oh, you could.
You are today's sacrifice.
What did you see? I don't know.
Go for their hearts.
Fight that.
Distract them for me.
Good job.
You won't survive me.
Nice.
Too late for apologies.
Forwards. The light take you.
Let's see. Is he now in a position of disadvantage? Don't know.
Into the fray.
Okay.
I'll cut you wide open.
Nice.
Time to share your treasures.
Endure this!
I'll hit you.
Good.
A solid plan.
The inheritor, guide my
The
blade.
spirits demand your blood.
Cover me, alright?
Nice.
Make every strike count.
Oh yeah. I was just in the fire. I'm fine. Yeah, that's him. A blind elf stands before you. He looks extremely strange. His face wears its years heavily, which is unusual for members of his race. Thinning grey hair, a ragged beard, sightless, milky eyes, pale, papery skin covered in age spots, a spine curved by the passage of time. This is not how elves typically age. The youth that graces the face of elves, even on their deathbed, has totally abandoned this decrepit specimen. Yeah, again, I know he exists in Kingmaker. I don't know if he becomes relevant in any way, or if it's revealed what he is or why he's like that. 'Cause maybe it's not a mystery at all, but if you've played through all of Kingmaker. That is an elf with a beard. I guess the worst can be found even among the best. The worst. What's the problem, Camellia? Don't you like beards? Or don't you like elves? Which one is it? There's an elf with a beard. The worst can be found among the best. So the elf is the worst, the beard is the best. I don't know. The old elf holds out his hand in your direction, in the perennial gesture of the blind, greeting you with an unexpected strong and calm voice. Hello, I am Storyteller, and I wish to thank my rescuers. That is you, if I am not mistaken. Storyteller, ha! That's the first thing I've ever heard of a venerable old-timer like that having a street name. Sometimes a person can lose their name, but Mama and Papa are gone, friends are gone, and there's nobody to ask what it was. So instead of their name, a person can pick any word that is good. Everybody has to have a name, or do they? I don't know. Who are you? How come you didn't burn in the fire? I want to talk to you about something. I'm taking you to the Defender's Heart. I have other things to do. I'll help you later. Bye. No, who are you? The old elf frowns. I prefer people to call me Storyteller. It very accurately describes the sphere of my occupations and interests. In most of the places I have been, I am known by that name. When I was little, my mother and father used to tell me stories, but I have no one to tell me stories now. Sometimes Grandma does it in my dreams, but I always forget them by the morning. Can you tell me a story? Yeah, that's pretty common there. You might have a dream and just instantly forget it. Corners of the blind elf's mouth slowly creep upwards. For you, I may have a story to tell, but perhaps it is you who has a story for me. How come you didn't burn? To tell the truth, I myself do not know. I felt the heat. It was so strong. I waited for the pain, the burning, but I was unscathed. But the smoke nearly did finish me off. It may be some form of magical protection against fire, but I don't know by what means I may have acquired it. Just another oddity for my collection of the inexplicable. Gloom steals across the Storyteller's pensive face. I want to talk to you about something. The old elf responds with dignity and courtesy, but firmly. In thanks for my rescue, I of course will render you a service in turn, whenever it may be. However, at this moment, I wish to be somewhere safer than the present surroundings. My recent adventures have fatigued me greatly. I would be grateful if you could help me to a safe shelter of some kind. The stubborn set of the elf's mouth tells you he won't change his mind. Typical. You do someone a good turn, and instead of saying thank you, they ask for more help. Go easy on the old elf. He's had a rough go of it. Yeah, because we've had it so easy. Finian, the talking weapon. We can't not help him. If it was up to me, Grandfather Elf, I'd throw you over my shoulder and carry you out of here. This is no place for old folk. Yeah, I'm taking you to Defender's Heart. Please accept my sincere thanks once again. And if I may, please don't rush. I will struggle to keep up with your young legs. Do you wish to go to Defender's Heart now? Can we cancel? Let's see. And can we just... Alright. Hold on a bit. Let me have a look around. Why don't
What's on your mind?
you have a
I
look around?
wonder.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, better take that with me. Full plate, there we go. Potion of Blur. 200, yep, taking it. Taking that one. Masterwork Heavy Crossbow, taking those with me. Warhammer. You collapse. Whenever this +1 cold iron Warhammer confirms a critical hit, all the enemies in a 15-foot area must pass a fortitude saving throw or become prone. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Half plate. Full plate. Does anything go down? 28, 25, 14. 26, 24, 13. No, it all goes up. Shall we stick with Aladdin? Think so. You're already... Yeah, you have half plate +1. You can keep that one. You also have +2 shield. And ring of protection. Yeah, Sheila's decked out well enough. We have a lot of stuff, but none of it's... well, we have this one. That's pretty good. Damage rolls against swarms. Right. Forgot about that one. It's pretty good to have, I guess. Maybe we should we give that to someone else? Maybe Lan, but I don't know. Show backpack, show glove, footwear, shirt. So show shirt. Footwear, we're not wearing any gloves. On off. Backpack. Can you not turn off your no. Cloak doesn't seem to have a separate well, you could just do this, I believe. Yeah, I guess. Glasses. Alright. Yep. Excuse me. Camellia.
Open your heart to me.
Maximum of plate on Aladdin. I don't know if we lose out on dodge. You think that would show up if it did? Who has the most arcane knowledge? Is it? Yeah, Amber.
I think I did it.
Some monstrously large demonic blade fell upon the library, splitting the runes in two and leaving an enormous black scar. It is possible that the Skari himself was the one who destroyed this building with his terrifying scythe, Rift Carver. Without a shadow of a doubt, expecting nothing in return, the life and feats of Lord Exelar Tresmut. Why would you do that? This bookcase is full of text describing demons and methods of fighting them. Regrettably, all the knowledge wasn't enough to save Canabras from the spawn of the abyss.
The road awaits.
The keen edge of truth, recollections of admonitions of an inquisitor of Asmodeus. Scroll of Stunning Barrier. The spell is available to Sela. You are closely surrounded by a barely visible magical field. The field provides a +1 deflection bonus to AC, +1 resistance bonus on saves. Any creature that strikes you with a melee attack is stunned for 1 round. Will negates. Once the field has stunned an opponent, the spell is discharged. Okay. Oh, I booked it.
I'm gone.
That was just a regular dagger. Shouldn't really be carrying that stuff around. Temples of Iomade, Father Lorian's Guide for Neophytes.
Follow my steps.
Come, chameleon. Terendelev, the Guardian of Canabras.
Let's head out.
Great Library of Canabras has been ravaged and wrecked in the most barbaric way. It seems that someone took perverse pleasure in smashing lamps and furniture and tearing pages out of books. The Verizian horror. The horror. The horror. Padded armor. Alright. Padded armor of focus. +2 on concentration checks. Notes from my travels in northern Avestan. Who would benefit most from that armor? And also, should I give you this warhammer? 6 to 13, 7 to 16. No, the heavyweight fire is better. The collapse has a pretty cool proc though, but it has to do a critical hit. Yeah, Woolchief can't use it. Should we give this to you? No one can wear it. Well, Len and Emma cannot. You could, but I don't know. Yeah, I think you should keep to what you're wearing now. Oh, you could actually use this. Maybe for now that wouldn't be too bad of an idea actually. Could you also use heavy? Yeah, you could. Well, that doesn't really matter much for... Wait. Right, you have a masterwork. Trapping. Okay, well. 1 to 8. I'll just get that one. Did I give you one of these? Let's see if that works out for you. I could give you this, but then you only get 1 attack. Ooh, pretty high armor class, 24. Maybe you should for now. You don't have dual weapon fighting, 2 weapon fighting. You gave the 2... You gave the 2 one-handed weapons to who doesn't have the 2 weapon fighting feat. Without it, they will suffer from massive penalties to attack rolls. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. For now, we'll give her a buckler. What's this? Barrel of flammable or chemical substance. I think we might as well get out of here now. I fixed you. Taking you to defend this heart. Go. We might have sort of wasted that rest, actually. Well, doesn't matter. Where's the storyteller gone? We should also speak to a... There he is. The blind elf looks better than he did in your last encounter. His clothes are clean and his pale face has some color. The elf turns to you and listens closely. Is that you, my savior? I recognized your footsteps. Determined footsteps befitting a determined person. Allow me to thank you again for saving me. Please accept this humble gift as a token of my appreciation. The elf hands you a small black ring with 2 scarlet runes on it. Storyteller's ring. XP. Irabev has explained why you were looking for me. I warned the authorities of Gnabres that the local wardstone had been desecrated. They waved off my warning and paid for their inaction. I have examined many wardstones, but only in the one guarding Gnabres did I sense a flaw, a spot of corruption inside. A vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the wardstone, corrupt it and make it their weapon. It frightens me to think what it will be capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed. Ooh. Who are you and why did they let you examine a wardstone? Do you wield some special magic, some instinct? What blight is concealed in the wardstone? Why did you travel to the wardstones? I have heard you, storyteller. What blight is concealed in the wardstone? I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question. To understand the nature of this blight, we need to understand how the wardstone was created. And it is hidden from me. I can only guess. Have you heard of the Red Morning Massacre? A dreadful morning remembered with fear even by those not yet born at the time. A demoness called Menago invaded the city with a crowd of her followers and started to do what demons do best: kill and desecrate. They say they covered the wardstone with pieces of dead bodies, splashed it with blood from top to bottom. Could such an abomination darken the radiance of the gift of Iomade herself? The locals think this is impossible, but who knows? It was not the last attack. Many demon leaders brought their unholy forces here, even the terrifying Bela Karemzadeh. Their attacks were rebuffed, but they still reached their target. I think this is when the seed of corruption was planted in the stone. It wouldn't have grown on its own, but Descari himself has now come to take advantage of this weakness, to open the abscess that has been festering for years, unnoticed by the people of Gnabres. And when the demon lords struck the blow, the weakened stone gave in. Now it's in demons' hands. And nothing's stopping them from spreading the blight throughout the entire stone. and from it to the other stones along the whole perimeter of the world wound. Who are you and why did you examine the Watchstones? The elf smiles faintly. I am the storyteller, just an old elf, and a bit more. I am old, even for an elf. I've seen many things and have been to many places. Not so long ago, I witnessed the making of a young kingdom in the Stolen Lands. Aha! Led by a remarkable and promising individual. My advice on the complicated matter of conquering those lands proved useful to that leader. So, there it is, a mention to the first game. This is not uncommon for me. Some seek my advice or service, and I don't refuse. This is how I acquired my reputation as an old vagrant who's never hurt anyone, stayed out of others' squabbles, but sometimes gave good advice. I had a few friends in Nerosian who vouched for my integrity. This is why my humble request to be allowed to see the Warstones was granted. I visited all of them, but only found cause for alarm in Canabras. Do you wield some special magic? The storyteller chuckles. Yes, to a certain extent, but it's more of a gift. I can see the past, stories that have happened. I touch an object and shred of its owner's memories are revealed to my mind. Their emotions, passions, and tragedies. I see visions like I am them, and their stories happen to me. This is my power. I've been roaming the world gathering such stories for many thousands of years. One day I will gather them all. Pokemon. Why did you travel to the Wardstones? Well, I think to get their stories, I guess. I tried to see their story. There you go. I tried to see their stories. The visions I had when I touched the Wardstone were unclear. I saw hundreds, maybe thousands of different stories at the same time. They followed each other's like flashes of lightning. It was impossible to separate them. I couldn't understand where one of them ended and the next began. We kind of had the same problem when we were near the Wardstone, actually. A lot of big cacophony going on. I have heard you, storyteller. In that case, you must make every possible effort to destroy the corruption. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get an instrument powerful enough to banish it from the Wardstones. As far as I know, there is nothing like it in Ganabres, but the demons might have something. I heard the dying roar of Terendelev, the silver dragon, the protector of the city. At the same time, I felt a wave of unfamiliar power sweep over me from head to toe. I would advise you to go to where Terendelev perished and search there for something. I'm sorry I can't be more specific, but intuition and a strange sense of rightness tells me to point you there. Ah, present a purple stone knife. I found it in a square where Terendelev perished. What do you make of it? The storyteller reaches out and says softly, even from here I can feel strange energies emanating from this object. If you don't mind, I will examine it using my methods. I will try to see the past of its owner, their emotion and shreds of their memories. Maybe it'll help us better understand what we are dealing with. The storyteller touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contorts into an evil grimace, his voice distinguishingly raspy. Hunger. My many legs bring me into the lair, to my mother's feasting hall. Her swollen body, overfilled with food, is so huge that I have to look at it with all of my eyes at once. On top is a scrawny little head with a long beak that is always yearning for more food. Ooh. You feel feverish, and your chest, where the mysterious wound is concealed, feels hot. Your mind is flooded with a wave of visions that repeat the words of the old elf. Mother greets me with a placid screech, stupid greedy wretch, whose only achievement is my birth, a creeping wingless creature, it's your fault. I have no wings, a symbol of greatness, a birthright I should have received from my mighty father. Mother points me to a crowd of whimpering subjects, suggesting I fortify myself with their pathetic flesh. Not today. I summon my spawn and they fly to me, enveloping me in a teeming cloud. Like dark, buzzing wings, they unfold behind my back and lift me up. Mother has always been stronger, but she did not expect this. I dive on her and rip her limp, bloated body with my claws. Ichor splatters the bone spurs on my heels. Sink into her flesh. I clench her pitiful tiny head and tear it off, along with the shreds of meat. Victory. I am the strongest. I am the son of my winged father. The elf grimaces with distaste. His voice becomes normal again. Appalling. Stories like that are the most difficult ones to keep with me. Did this knife belong to a demon? Demons truly know no love, killing one's own mother. I still don't understand. What does the knife have to do with this? I see the same vision as you do. Did the knife belong to a demon? I guess so. The storyteller opens his mouth to answer, but a sudden spasm crosses his face. A new vision, a much stronger one, engulfs the old elf. The malevolent undertones vanish from his voice, and it grows more determined and tired. Even looking at the wardstone is difficult. Despite the corruption nesting in it, it still has an aura of strength. Your fingers clench the stone hilt so tightly it hurts. A little spot on the flawless surface of the wardstone draws your attention. It looks like a butterfly. Corruption in the guise of something utterly harmless, but it will grow. You swing and stab the butterfly with the knife as hard as you can. Your fingers cramp painfully. A howl invades your ears. Light, white light everywhere. The stone knife falls from the old elf's hands. Out of breath, he drops to his knees. He is trembling, the terror on his face so unlike his usual dignified manner. What was that? That was not the past. That was something that is yet to happen. Or rather might happen. One of the roads to the future. In one of the possible future, this item will help you cleanse the wardstone. Or to destroy it. You feel a longing to take the stone chisel and plunge it into your chest, right into the wound that is opened up in it. It is hard to resist this feeling, but at the last moment your self-preservation instinct takes over and you manage to keep control of your own hands. The old man stands up. He looks completely stunned. Never before has anything like this happened to me. But how? I am not an oracle or a prophet. Or is this another riddle from the past that has caught up with me? I must find out. Seeking stories that have happened is one thing, but seeing stories that are yet to happen. I don't know why this is happening now, but there is one thing I'm sure of. This is not a coincidence. This is a sign of coming changes. Great changes. Let's see. I shared your vision. Can you see the future? Maybe it's the knife that gives you the power of divination. Is what you saw destined to happen? Kinda already said it's not really. Who were you in your vision? Your powers are amazing. Yeah, the knife tempted me. Did you see what I saw? This has never happened before. Could it be the magic of the object that you brought with me? That you brought me? I sense dark energies in it that can cloud and charm the mind. Be careful with this item. It may have tried to influence you, but you managed to overcome its power and subdue it. Or perhaps something else happened to us. Something we don't yet understand. Can you see the future? I don't know. Obviously I can, but nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The future never opened its secrets to me before I met you. Gods, who are you and why have our paths crossed? I can feel this is not a coincidence. Something momentous is happening. Destiny is pushing us towards something, but what? Questions without answers. I swear this morning I couldn't have imagined what awaited me. Is what you saw destined to happen? No. The future is not set. It used to be a long time ago when the gods Eridan guarded Golorian. But not now. Prophecies do not come true. Or they do, but not the way they were supposed to. I only saw one version of the future, one of the paths leading to it. But the choice has not been made, and our destinies are not set in stone. Who were you in your vision? I don't know. Someone strong and desperate enough to resort to extreme measures. I felt that I was doing what had to be done. Maybe the knife gives you the power of definition. This knife is a powerful artifact, but I feel that its power is of a different nature. No, I felt the same as I do when I tell the past. This is my gift, but manifested in a completely abnormal way. Really? No other options than to say your powers are amazing? A few minutes ago I would have agreed with you, but the thing that has just happened, it disturbs me. My gift has never manifested like this. Something has changed, and these changes frighten me. Remind me, why is it so important to cleanse the wardstone of corruption? Well, obviously. Please examine the items I'm carrying. Perhaps some of them could tell us the story. Let's see, is there anything? The storyteller nods politely. Let me touch them, and I'll tell you what I can see. Yanil's sword, Radiance. Aha. Powerful forces lie dormant is this sword. It used to belong to an incredible, bright, daring soul. The storyteller's hand runs carefully over the scale that has still not lost its shine. Proud Terendelev, protector of Canabres, you devoted your life to serving people. Your death is a great loss, but maybe I will be able to find out something about you that is unknown to your many admirers. The storyteller's hand touches Finian. With a peculiar weapon. I sense intelligence in it, but it seems dented. Finian, the talking weapon. Aha! Grandpa Elf. Watch where you're poking your fingers. It tickles. The elf looks at you with unusual impatience. Shall we? What about the stone knife? We already talked about it, didn't we? Storyteller touches the knife. His fingers. Yep. Yep. Radiance. Storyteller touches the blade with his fingers. Sadness rings in his voice. Dresden is doomed. Demons attacked right when we lost the protection of the Sword of Valor. My city, my bastion of hope. We built you as a symbol that the lands mutilated by the Abyss could still be restored to mortals. Now you are perishing, and there is nothing I can do. We retreat. No, we flee. A frightened crowd rushes out into the night throughout the southern gate. They are chased by the angry howls of demons killing the last defenders of the citadel. My heart goes out to them, but I am standing still on the wall. I am covering the retreat. Demons do not attack. They seethe around you, fall from the sky, strike from all sides at once. They can be stopped, but they can be distracted. I run to the upper floor of the great gate tower. Radiance glows with a golden light in my hand. I permit myself to close my eyes for just one heartbeat. I imagine that the soft glimmering of the sword. I see through my closed eyelids is the light of the summer sun. I smile. I open my eyes and call out. Hey, the Scary spawn. Who wants the best trophy of the night? You know my name. Yanil, you know how many of you I have killed with this very hand. You want to curry favor with Derazand, Monago, or the echo of your lord? Bring them my head if you can. Roaring and screaming, they rush towards me in a wave of deformed bodies and unfurled wings. The wave crashes against me. splattering my armor with bloody froth. Broken wings and chopped up bodies plummet to the foot of the tower. In the heat of battle, I see Joran's pale face down there. He looks up at me in desperation, but he can't help. He's carrying 2 wounded on his shoulder. My city will fall, but my friend will survive. This is what I'm fighting for. I am covering the retreat. Joran Vane, yeah, that's the blacksmith outside. Brother of the traitors Staunton Vane. And a friend of Unil, celebrated hero of the Crusade. Huh. I didn't know that was so recent, actually. The flow of fleeing people gradually dwindles. My armor is broken in many places and I cannot heal my wounds anymore. The last demon I stabbed with radiance suddenly recoils, tearing the handle out of my blood-slickened hand. He flies up, but falls somewhere far behind the walls, by the road being taken by those fleeing. No more golden glow in my hand. The night closes in on me, filled with shrieking, mocking demon laughter. Dresden, I'm dying with you. Light of the sword, righteous Eomide, accept my soul. The storyteller runs his hand along the blades with a sad smile. I know whose memory this is. I've heard about her so many times. Yanil was a true crusader. Touching her memories is so cleansing. Do you see the future of this sword? Just one of numerous possibilities. The blind elf touches the sword hilt and metal rings in his voice. I slide out of the sheath swiftly. I proudly watch the armies of warriors led by my lady. I sing, slashing the air, putting courage in their hearts. I am radiance. Tremble, city of Dresden. My lady Yanil has perished, but I am not done yet. Charge. Storyteller returns the sword to you. It is nice to know that this sword's glory days are not over. It has many battles ahead. Take care of it. It's a glorious sword. What about Terendelev? Storyteller takes a deep breath and smiles. I am flying. I can finally spread my wings. I am gliding over a broad river. The sunset has turned its surface smooth like a mirror, and I see my reflection. It is as if another silver dragon is rising to meet me from the depths. But what is it? The scales on my chest are black, and the darkness is spreading over my body. I wake up. A clear sky sways above me, blazing with heat. I am in human form. The red dust of the wound clings to my cracked lips. Someone is carrying me on a stretcher made of shields and spears. I am so weak I can barely lift my hand to my face. The sight of my own hand terrifies me. It is black and the skin glistens like scales melted by fire. I probably ought to cry, but I only feel hatred and nausea. All those people around me, out of sympathy for them, did I choose to leave the mountains. I gave up my flight over rivers. I went to the demon's lair. They don't have a scratch on them, but I am infested with foulness. It's not fair. My life is more precious than their pathetic existence. Oh, how I hate them in this moment. And then I suddenly feel shame. No, these are not my thoughts. The crusaders carrying me are my good friends. I am glad they did not suffer. But I hate them, and myself so much. Pain and hatred pierce me all at once. It's all because of them, all because of them. Someone walking beside me touches me, talks to me, but the only thing I hear is, your mentor. He will come, he will help, and I lose consciousness. Storyteller takes a deep breath, exiting the vision. Such hatred from Terendelev, wasn't she on our side? Nah, what happened next? Storyteller puts his hand to his forehead. Sometimes the past can be as vague as the future. We all know how Terendelev's stories ended. But the beginning is hidden from us. Maybe if you find something else that used to belong to her, we will know more about her struggle. However, no matter what we learn, remember, her soul, the soul of a true dragon, overcame every obstacle, endured every torment. She was able to purify herself. For dragons are truly powerful, not only in body, but in spirit, too. Show Finian, tell me what you see. Hello, Grandpa Elf. Storyteller carefully takes Finian from your hands. Hello, Finian. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. His face contorts in a painful grimace. I'm coming to again. How long have I been here? They kept me in a cage for 3 days. I know this because 3 times the light under my door disappeared for a long time. Then they chained me to the table and the bladesmith, everyone calls him the bladesmith, he placed a device with a jar over me. It feels like I'm being fried. At first I tried to break free, but I got tired. Then I screamed, but now I've lost my voice. Though the pain is burning right through me. The storyteller stops, his voice changes, becoming more frightened. I think I lost consciousness again. But when I woke up, the pain was gone, and I wasn't tied to the table anymore. I was standing near it, and someone else was lying on the table. A burnt corpse covered with a black crust. The master took out a handsaw and was sawing off his head in a very focused way. Oh, I should have run back then, but I couldn't for some reason. This burnt corpse had a single symbol on his belt, just like I do. An eye and a star. My favorite belt, a good one. Where would a stranger get one? It must have been someone from my clan, some distant family member. Storyteller stops. When he speaks again, you hear only a muffled whisper. Those crusaders, I was glad when I saw them. I thought they'd come to help me, but how? How was it that I killed them all? Someone told me to, and I obeyed. I don't understand. I understand nothing now. I need to catch my breath. I need all this to stop, even for just a minute. I just have to understand what's happening to me. Just need to rest. Storyteller shakes his head, slowly coming to his senses. That's Finian's past, but what awaits him in the future? Well, same story again. Future is not written. The dead have no future, but the storyteller smiles. I see an endless ocean on a good day and a boat flying over the waves. I am so excited, but I don't know whose vision this is. Is this a soul existing here and now, or a soul reborn? Thank you for your story. Storyteller gives you Finian back. Please take care of this young lad. He is finally in the right hands. Do not worsen his suffering by involving him in dishonorable deeds. Come on, Grandpa Elf. I can take care of myself. I'm not a kid. I don't know what horrors you were talking about, but don't you worry about it, alright? Look after yourself. I think Finian is kind of awarely unaware. Right, that's all the items. We have more important things to do. Return with news stories. I will be waiting. Can I help you? Storyteller nods gratefully. I appreciate your offer. I have reason to believe that somewhere in Canabras there is a manuscript authored by an elf from Keonin who witnessed Earthfall. The storyteller's voice suddenly breaks and he stops for a moment. For personal reasons, I would like to examine it, but no matter how hard I try, I have failed to find it. Even in the Blackwing Library, I only found a mention that the manuscript exists, and it is held somewhere in the city. Earthfall is the name given to the cataclysmic event in which a great shower of meteorites impacted Glorion in minus 5,293. So that's almost 10,000 years ago, if not more. It resulted in the destruction of the human empires of Tassilian and Asland, which were consumed by earthquakes and massive tidal waves, and the creatures of the inner sea. The cloud of dust thrown up by the Earthfall's impact settled in Glorion upper atmosphere and blotted out the sun for 1,000 years, creating the Age of Darkness. Oof. So there was an elf that lived around that time. Something. I assume it's stored in the Grey Garrison. They wouldn't let me into the archives when I visited. All those crusaders were nervous about the strange blind elf interested in their secrets. It's understandable. The crusade naturally made them a little paranoid, but now the Grey Garrison has fallen into enemies' hands. I would be grateful if I could see the manuscript. Remind me, why is it so important to cleanse the watchstone of corruption? Well, kind of just broadly everything, I guess. I have examined many wardstones, but only the one guarding Canobras did I sense a flaw, a spot of corruption inside, a vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the wardstones, corrupt it, and make it their weapon. It frightens me to think of what it will be capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed. I want to know more about you. I have questions. The old elf permits himself a faint smile. I am not surprised. A strange, peculiar-looking elf with unusual powers who comes from afar and calls himself a collector of stories. Such things usually spark interest. I will answer your questions. Who are you? Where are you from? You look ancient. Where did you get your strange powers? How do you see into the future? Why did you come to the world wound? How do you collect stories? Questions. What about your age? You look ancient. The blind man straightens his bony back with dignity. As you can see, we do if we manage to live for many thousands of years. There may not be a single mortal in this world older than me. The storyteller sighs and continues with a sad smile. Anyway, it's not about time, it's about the stories I keep inside. There is so much suffering and sadness in this world, and in my stories too. I've lived every one of them. I've drunk this bitter experience and accepted it in my heart. It's hard, the weight of all the suffering on my shoulders, but I wouldn't trade my burden for any other. Nah, not really. What about the encounter? Of course, I make no secret of why I came to the library. I was looking for something. Yeah, he was looking for the manuscript written by the elf. Did you find what you were looking for? Nope. We know this. I have to go. I wish you interesting adventures. Alright. Right. We should talk to Cleric. If we can. Guess not. The Burning City. Discuss the Grey Garrison attack plans with Erebeth. Okay. The Owlcat Games, what are the Dragon's fate? Tarantulas scale, let's shed some light on the fate of Protector, but much remains unknown. To learn the full story, find something else that belongs to Tarantulas. What about my own quest? The one... Was this one? No. No. Nope. Tieflings have joined the crusade, but I think they left already. Burning City. Visit the abandoned camp. Right. Days of Strife. There it is. It is possible that the disturbed dreams and fatigue even after sleep is all simply the body's reaction to everything that is happening, but still it's worth asking the advice of a priest in the defender's heart. So this is not a priest then. Do we have a priest? Maybe no. Guess I could ask this guy, but I don't think he's a priest. Ah, well, I guess he is. Whenever I sleep outside of the walls of the defender's heart, I'm plagued by terrible dreams. Can you help me? The priest studies your face carefully. You look tired, but otherwise entirely healthy. If we were anywhere else, I would simply tell you to get some rest. But we are on the border of the world wound, and I'm all too aware of what's happening to you. As you know, the wound is a rift between Galarian and the Abyss. And all the evil that feeds the abyss does the opposite in our world. It feeds on Glorian. So it is that, even when we cannot see demons near us, our ultimate foe, the abyss, always surrounds us. It's always surrounding us. Many soldiers fighting the world wound experience similar things. They suffer terrible nightmares, get no peace, and sometimes even lose their minds. But we are trained to help you in this with this afflictions. By the will of Abadar, I have consecrated an altar here. The God's grace permeates the space around it, soothing one's soul and quieting thoughts during rest. So if you found your nerves are fraying, seek out a holy place like this, approach it, and all the corruption will be cleansed from you. Okay, bye. So do we just touch the thing outside? I guess we could speak to you about the Grey Garrison assault, but I kind of want to do other stuff first. And I don't know if that
Let us be careful.
is a good idea. Or should we? That's not just yet. Let's see if we can touch that thing. This has been sanctified. Can we check our I do actually have a build guide somewhat for Nenio, so we could level her up. I also learned a bit of his, well, I guess it's not really a secret, but kind of a spoiler about Nenio. She's not all she appears to be, let's just say that. But that might be true for a lot of characters. Well, I think I'm gonna call the episode here for now. Next time we'll continue on, and then we'll let's go to the overmap actually. Or hang on. Still nothing. Let's see, do we have stuff? Yeah, you can have all of them, I don't care. Right, you can have those. Storyteller ring. +1 luck bonus and all saving throws against fire-based effects. Was that the ring that helped him survive the fire? Anyway. Those can go. Those can go. Don't really have anyone using darts. Should we? I'll keep the rest, I think. Deal. Should we, well, you don't sell anything really. Right. Yeah, discuss the attack. Kill Ramian. Let him guess. I want to go. Terabade. Yeah, I want to go to these places next. Guess we'll just go in order. But we'll do that next time. For now, I'll end the episode here. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Hope to see you next time. And goodbye for now.